Hello, everybody. This is GBub here. Look, as y'all see, we've got a new event going on, Cruising Oklahoma. It's been going on for about a month now. Of course, I'm just jumping into it. Got to make 10 trips using the external contracts, just like all the others. You got your community goal. The community's got to hit 111 million miles, which I'm sure they probably did the third day. And then you'll get a black swallowtail ornament. And then you got the personal goal for a paint job, and you get you got to make 10 deliveries to or from all the Oklahoma cities. There are 10 cities, 10 major cities in Oklahoma, and of course they've all got to be within 100 miles. 100 miles. So we'll take a look at the job market and see where it is we're going to be going. Like whenever we finished up Texas and all that, we had it was Texas and I think the Valentine's Day event, and we'd finished up driving from Texas to Alamogordo, New Mexico. So that's where we're trying to get a lift out of here. Looking for any of them going up toward Oklahoma. That's okay. And there we go, Diamond, Oklahoma, out there on the Panhandle. You see, Oklahoma's a funny state, funny shaped little city there, state there. We got several of them there. Heading out, I think the one going to Diamond is empty pallets. We got 16 hours to finish it, 22,400 pounds. I think that's going to be a good one. We'll see if we can't knock that one out. We'll get $8,300. You ain't never going to get rich doing these external contracts, but they are the ones that count for all the events and all that. Says our trailer is ready. We're going to proceed to the loading area, but first, before we do that, I want to get visit the paint shop and get a paint shop, because I also they were selling a steampunk paint jobs for the truck, so I've decided to pick that up. So I'm gonna see if I can't get those on here as soon as I get through and go through my controller and learn what all the different controls are again. So we'll see y'all again in just a few. Alrighty, we picked up our paint job, and as you see, it's like Sir Reginald Pike Devant said in his song, just glue some gears on it and call it steampunk. So there you go, that's the philosophy they took with the paint job, at least on the Volvo here. I can't speak for the others, but the Volvo, it's just got some like painted openings with some gears showing through it. It's still a nice paint job. You know, it's still not a nice paint job, and that seems to be what the steampunk aesthetic is these days. It's just putting on some gears and brass and stuff like that. But we're going to take a look at where we're going. As you see, we're going from Alamogordo. We're going up to Guymon. It's almost 400 miles, 391 miles to get up there. We got a little over 7.5 hours of real time left to do it. So I'm sure we're going to have to sleep somewhere along the line. But we're going to get going on it. And I'm going to take a look here and with our empty pallets, and we'll see y'all down the road a bit. Going up to the weigh station, we got our little warning saying we need to go to the weigh station here in Vaughn, New Mexico. Vaughn is one of the scenery cities. It's not one of the big delivery cities. So let's see how our thing, 63,340 pounds. All right. But right past it, there is a viewpoint. There's a camera viewpoint. So we're going to come up here. It didn't hurt us to pull into the weigh station. You see, we're right here in Vaughn. Vaughn is a scenery town. Doesn't actually show up on the map, but we're going to pull in here and it's like Tucumari, halfway between Tucumari and Alamogordo. So there's where you edit. So if you're looking for where the camera is, it's right there. That's how you find it. And we're going to pull up here and take a look. Excuse me a second. And see just what the heck the viewpoint is. I bet it's the town of Vaughn, probably. But there might be some kind of a scenery, some kind of a natural place out here. We'll take a look and see. And this will be another one we get to add to our gallery list. Yep, the city of Vaughn. Let's let the developers show off all the good work they've done in making this city here. You see, I do still have the real business mods in here. That's an Exxon there instead of whatever it is that American Truck Sim uses to stand in. There's the American Motel. Very nice. Open Wi-Fi. Clean. Always make sure your place that you stay at says clean. There's a nice little, looks like what used to maybe be a train station. Yep, there's the train tracks behind it. A pretty church there. A little graveyard beside it. A row of McMansions for the people, nice people of Vaughn to live in. And there you go. We're back in the truck. So we're going to head on out and get back on the highway and see if we can't get on up the road. I think we're heading toward Tuckamare. Let's see. I think I pulled on up here. Yep, let's pull on up here and let's take a look at the paint job in the daylight, since now we ain't got it up underneath the light there at the Walmart or the Dollar General where we picked this delivery up. Y'all can see the paint job a little more, see the gears a little bit clearer, and the little fins painted on the hood there as well. Alrighty, folks, we've been traveling for a ways here. We left New Mexico behind. We've been traveling across the north part of Texas, and we're fixing to leave it behind. We are coming in, as you see here. Excuse me, sign here on the right on Texhoma. We are moving into the city. This is another little scenery town, as you see on the grain silo to the left. Texhoma. This is a little town that straddles the Texas-Oklahoma border. Half of it's in Texas, half of it's in Oklahoma. So a lot of people come here from this area to come and get a picture with the Texhoma sign. It's pretty iconic there. So, yep, welcome to Oklahoma. Now that we're coming into a whole new territory. Ain't never been in this part of it before. A whole bunch of different ways of showing us that there's four-way stops here too. So we're gonna continue on through. We ain't got too much further to go before we get to Guymon, and we'll see if there's anything more interesting down the road. All right, everybody. Our trip here is about to come to an end. We are coming up to the town of Guymon. There we go. Guymon discovered here in Oklahoma. That is the Sooner State. So we've discovered one of the cities here, one of the 10 cities here in Oklahoma that we're going to have to hit in order to get this cruise in Oklahoma accomplishment done. Let's see if we can sneak on past this yellow light. We can. We've got about 3 miles left, so I think we'll just continue on down the road and instead of cutting. Since it's only 3 miles and 11 minutes of game time left to get down the road, we'll just continue on along and let y'all see what the town of Guymon looks like as we go along. It's been a fun trip. It's taken me, oh Lord, it's taken me maybe 40, 45 minutes or so to get this done. And here it is, and that's one reason the sound quality is so bad. So I've been recording this at my wife's house, so I don't have the Yeti and all my nice setup and all. It's just just playing it, recording it, and doing the voiceovers here on my laptop, which is a nice laptop. It's a little gaming laptop, but it's still just a laptop. So it doesn't have, as you see, here we are in Guymon. Right out here like I said, in the middle of the panhandle, and it's right here between Colorado and New Mexico and Texas and Oklahoma and Kansas, right up here to the top of us. So it's like, I wonder what people live out here on the panhandle do. You know, it's like they got like 4 states they can go to, a hell of a lot easier than they can go to their own state. So it's kind of weird. Must be like living out when you live out on the Florida panhandle. Once we get to Florida, or any of y'all been to Florida, you know you got that long hand panhandle, and most of the time it's easier to go to one of the states. It's easier to go to Alabama or go to Georgia than it is to go deeper in your own state. So it's a weird situation. Glad I don't live that way. The closest I got, you know, it's not even a big thing, but closest I got, we live right on, I was growing up, we lived right on the border of the county next to us. And anytime we want to go shopping and all, it was just easier to go to the next county, you know? Or it seems like people feel that way at our hospital. A lot of the folks that live on the border would rather come to our hospital than some of the ones in their own state, and like South Carolina, which I don't blame them because it's South Carolina after all. But that's okay. That's okay. We love you, South Carolina. It's all right. Just cause Georgia's God's country, that's okay. Y'all just keep doing what you're doing there. Let's see. We got 1 mile left down the road, and we're gonna drop it off. I think we're heading. I want to say where we're going to. I don't think a Walmart. We picked this load up at the Dollar General. I can't remember where it is that we're delivering it to. Let's see how we're looking. We did sleep along the way, as you saw, so we got all our sleeping taken care of. We will have to get a little fuel at some point as well, but this sucker's got some big old diesel tanks on it, and we're still got half a tank, so we could probably drive just about anywhere in Oklahoma on that half a tank we got there. I've been looking for one of those billboards. They've had billboards in the game now. I saw about a month or two ago where actual trucking companies are advertising in the game here now. Advertising in the American Truck Sim game. You'll see advertisements for real trucking companies wanting to know if you want to come and apply for the trucking company. I think some of them are delivery companies. Some of them are like CDL license companies. Thank you there, brother trucker. I appreciate you stopping. You didn't need to stop like that. We'll give you a little heads up, a little thank you here, a little honk on the horn. You didn't need to stop and let me in, but that was awful nice of you. And that right there is what we're saying. You had these trucking companies that are advertising in the game. You'll see real trucking companies on some of the billboards in the game. Want to know if you want to apply. And they said, who knows, got to take it with a grain of salt, of course, but they've said that the people play the truck sim make better truckers because they get so much practice and all that. It says it just seems like their skills are a little bit better. Maybe they come into the trucking school already having a little bit of an idea how you do this kind of stuff. All right, let's see where we're going to put this job. We got, all right, a 40-pointer. Yeah, we can do that. We're going to pull on up, hit the 40-pointer on up here. I was glad for my first delivery they weren't giving us no 90-pointer. That was awful sweet. I see the P stub there still going along. Still got his little olive branch in his in his beak there. I tell you what, I ain't had to talk like GBub in a while. When I go a long time, it'd be like if I went over there to the Lord of the Rings side and started talking like a dwarf. I had to talk like a dwarf. It would also tear my throat up just as much as GBub does here. It's been a couple months. Like I said, last time we were trucking was back in, I think, April is when we finished up. So it's been a good 3-4 months here since we've had to get GBub, pull him out of his trailer and tell him he needed to come down here and get some work done. Get some money to pay the rent with, and we're already 40-pointer, and we're already getting all cattywampers here. So let's pull it on up. As I said, I'm at my wife's house, so I'm playing on a Xbox controller, so that doesn't help things a whole lot, but I think maybe we got it lined up a little bit better here this time. Also need to get me a button where I can turn the steering, the whole part of the steering, the setting, and I'm getting all cattywampers again. There's the setting where your viewpoint changes with your steering, and that's good when we're going forward, but it doesn't help things at all when we're in reverse. And I thought there was a way I could turn that off whenever we're backing up. I thought I had that turned off over there on my home machine. Over on the Beast, I'll have to take a look and see if I can find it in the settings. Let's try 3rd time's the charm here. I shouldn't have to pull up twice for a 40-pointer, especially when my butt's already halfway in the slot. Alright, can we back it on up here? Get it on back there, get it on back there, get it on back there. Help if I was a little bit further off to the left, so I'm coming in more of an angle rather than straight on back. I could see what I'm doing back there a little bit better. But this is almost like driving a Kenworth. There we go. Oops, and we backed it. 3% trailer damage. I got a feeling we backed it right on into the loading ramp, didn't we? Let's take a look. Can we get on back there? Yep, we smashed it on into the door. We probably bent their door up a little bit, but it's still giving us green light, so let's go ahead and drop it. What's it doing? Synchronizing world of trucks. We got 392 miles. Excellent. Took us an hour and 5 minutes to do it. We got 828 XP, 8,300. We burned almost 77 gallons of fuel doing that. All right, and as you see, 1 out of 10. So we'll be getting the next one done and doing number 2 here. And like I said, we've got until October 1st to get it all done. We'll be leaving out of Guyman and heading deeper into Oklahoma and seeing how far we go. There's some nice ones that are going to Woodward, but it has to be at least 100 miles, and it looks like the longest one's 97. We are right on the border. That sucks. So it looks like we're going to have to go deeper. Let's find another one going to Oklahoma. Unit 171. That's a possibility. We might pick that one up next time. But for right now, it's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I happened to wake up because I was not sleeping too well. The dog was licking my face. So we'll see y'all in the next time. And speaking of next time, that's where we are. We were going further. We got a set of pallets or a delivery from Walmart that we're heading to Oklahoma City. And we happened to see that there was another camera viewpoint up here. So we're going to pull up. I think we're in Woodward. This is halfway between Guyman and Oklahoma City. Halfway between them along the road there. So this is where we're going. Yep, that's 210 Woodward, Oklahoma. As you see, we got the Walmart trailer we picked up at the Walmart. And we're going to look at the town of Woodward. Hopefully we'll still see a pretty good sign. I mean, these towns are just as pretty at nighttime. There's the city hall. These towns really are just as pretty at nighttime as they are in the daytime. With the bums walking across the city hall there. Yeah, there's a gazebo. Watch out, don't get attacked by the dread gazebo. Here at the park in Woodman, or Woodward. County Veterans Memorial. Yep, there's a anti-aircraft gun on the left, and I'm not sure what actual model that is. That's a tank destroyer on the right, but I can't tell you what actual model it is. They got what? Whoa! Woodward's got a 5-bay firehouse. They must either have a lot of fires here, or they deal with a lot of the surrounding county. And there's a statue saying binding contract. I bet that's a real statue there in Woodward. And of course, being that a man's word is as good as contract is what that kind of symbolizes. So there you go. That was it. We went on down to Oklahoma and dropped off this load, and there wasn't nothing else that happened along the way. So thank y'all for coming with me.